Hello students. Today we are going to start with the ninth lesson of EVS, that is it's raining. So students, you all must have heard about rain. What is rain? Rain म्हणजे पाऊस. Yes? Rain is पाऊस in Marathi. But have you ever thought how the rain happens? In your textbook, a beautiful story is there which we are going to see in the next video, what is given in the textbook. But first of all, we are going to see from that lesson what do we need to learn. So from that lesson we need to learn that the rain is the basic component of the water cycle. It is the main source of water on our planet Earth, and for that there are various processes, there are various chemical reactions happening through which the rain happens. In the lesson Water O Water, I had explained you what is water cycle. Yes, but we will revise it quickly in this lesson also, and let us see what is given in this lesson. So basically let's start. Both plants and animals need water for their survival. Now in this PPT, on this first slide, we can see that a dog is drinking water. Have you ever seen a dog drinking water? How does it drink the water and how much water does it drink? The quantity and the way. You should observe all these kind of things. Does it drink like us with a glass of water? No. It uses its tongue to take the water inside its body. So that is the way most of the animals, domestic animals or the animals which are there in our surrounding are drinking their water, and their water requirement is very less as compared to human beings. Plants also need water. We can see here in this picture we can see a man, he is giving water to the plants. I guess he is a farmer and he is giving his plants a nice shower. So both plants and animals, they need water for their survival. What is the meaning of the word survival? Survival means for their life, to live properly. Both the plants and animals, they need water. The main source of water is rain. So from this lesson we are going to see what is rain, right? And we need to understand that rain is the main important primary source of water. So the water on the earth, it is evaporated and it goes outside the atmosphere of the earth into the sky, where it forms clouds, and when the clouds become heavy, they come down in the form of rain. I am going to explain it more in the next slides. See, this is the water cycle. We have already seen this, but we will just quickly revise it in this lesson. Students, this is the river or the sea. Okay, so the water which is there on the surface of the earth, that is land. The water which is there on the land, which is there on the trees, the leaves of the trees, they also have water in it. Yes, water content is there. So this water, it heats up. It takes up the heat from the sun and it goes up in the air. It goes up like this. You can see the arrows. The water from the river, land, ponds, lake, whatever resources are there, even the well. So this water in the summer season, because of heat energy of the sun, it gets evaporated. It gets evaporated. Means it is getting converted from liquid form into gaseous form. So the water goes from the surface of the earth into the air in the form of gas, to which we call water vapor, and then after going up in the sky, the temperature in the atmosphere outside the earth is low as compared to the temperature of the earth. So here the temperature is low. तिथे गरम कमी होतो. Temperature is low means what? The heat energy which is there on the surface of the earth, so that much heat is not there at this point in the sky. So because of that, this water vapors which are there in the gaseous form, they again come into liquid form, and this process is called as condensation. First of all, evaporation happens and then condensation happens. I am sure you all must have seen the water droplets on the plate which we use as a lid over the vessels kept on the gas. When your mama is preparing food or tea, we can observe that when some vessel is kept on the gas stove, and if there is water content in it, and if we put a lid on it, after some time, lid म्हणजे काय? झाकण. So when after some time if we lift the lid, we can see water droplets on that lid. That is because of the process of condensation. Same theory is applicable there. The water from the vessel, it gets heated and gets converted from water into gaseous form, from liquid to gaseous form. But then when it comes in contact with the lid, the temperature of the lid is less as compared to the vessel. So it again gets converted into gaseous form, and this process is called as condensation. It is called as condensation. Now, when many of the water droplets are gathered together in the form of cloud, the cloud starts becoming heavy. And why you can see the color of the clouds which are having enough water droplets in it, it is gray. Yes, आपण काळे ढग बघतो ना, पाऊस आला आपल्याला कसं कळतं की पाऊस येणार आहे? Because there is some sort of darkness in the atmosphere and the clouds, they look gray. So that is because of the dust particles which gets carried away with the gaseous form of water, and it goes up high and the clouds become heavy. When the water content is, when the clouds become saturated, then the water starts falling from the cloud onto the earth again. This process is called as precipitation. So in water cycle there are three new terms, that is evaporation, that is getting of the water gets converted from liquid into gaseous form. Condensation means because of the lower temperature, the gaseous form of the water is again converted into liquid form. And precipitation, which means the water from the cloud, it gets precipitated on the earth in the form of rain. So evaporation, condensation and precipitation. These are the three new terms which you have learned this year in EVS. So you should write all these terms, and if you face any difficulty, you just send me a message and I will send you the definitions of it. But you need to write it in your notebook. What is meant by evaporation, condensation and precipitation. You can remember one thing, that when we put a tissue paper under the running tap in the basin, what will happen? When the tissue paper is completely wet and it is saturated with water, the water will start coming out from the tissue paper. Same is the case of clouds. Once the clouds they become saturated with water, then the water from the clouds will start falling on the earth in the form of rain. Sometimes we see rainbow on sky after rain. Can you see this rainbow? I am sure you must have seen rainbow many times. Yes? So what is a rainbow? Indradhanushya, that is the term in Marathi. We call it Indradhanushya. Rainbow is a band of 7 colors. काय असतो? 7 रंगांचा पट्टा असतो. Isn't it? So rainbow is a band of 7 colors. Which colors are they? Those are, we will discuss it in the later slide. How is rainbow formed? Rainbow is formed when sun rays pass. Rainbow is formed when sun rays pass from the water droplets present in the air. So rainbow always comes once the rain stops or it is just drizzling, small amount of rain is coming and there is proper sunlight. So when rainbow is formed, it is formed when sun rays, the rays of the sun, they pass from the water droplets present in the air. See here, these are the water droplets and the rays of the sun are passing through it. So we can see the rainbow because of sun rays falling on the water droplets. The sunlight splits into 7 colors. Can we see the 7 colors over here? Yes, those are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Dear students, there is an acronym for saying the colors of the rainbow, that is VIBGYOR. It is also called as VIBGYOR. So VIBGYOR, if you remember VIBGYOR, then you will never forget what all colors are there in the rainbow. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. VIBGYOR. Okay. So now see here, this is sunlight. This sunlight is falling on this is the water droplet. So sunlight, they fall on the water droplet, they go inside the water droplet and then when it comes out of it, it comes in the form of 7 colors, which is a band of 7 colors and we call it as rainbow. Here there are few questions for you. You copy this down in the notebook and solve it and send me as your homework. So all these questions are your homework, but after we see the textbook. Activities for formative assessment. Now you all know that we are having our S7 exam and I want all the students to do this activity and I am going to keep 10 marks for this assessment. So the students who are going to complete this activity will only get marks out of 10 for their internal marks in the exam. Otherwise, I am going to give you 0 mark if you do not do this activity. So I urge all the parents and the students to complete this activity at home. First thing is, draw the picture of water cycle and explain the process. So what you have to do, you have to draw the picture of water cycle on a chart paper. Do not draw it with only pencil. Use proper color combination. You can take any water cycle which is there. We have seen it in the 3rd lesson also, and in this lesson I have explained it again. So now I want all my students to be fair with it. You should be knowing what is water cycle, all the terms in it. Okay. So draw the picture of water cycle and explain the process. You have to explain it, you have to make a video of it, and you have to send it to me. If you do this activity, then only you are going to get marks out of 10. Those who are not going to do it, simply you will get a 0. Draw a rainbow and color it. You have to show in that video that you have drawn a video. This thing you can do in your drawing book, but you have to do it properly. Take signatures from your parents, write a date on it, and you have to show it in this video. The video in which you are going to explain the water cycle, in the same video you will show me the rainbow. Draw and color a beautiful scene of rain. This is homework for you. And paste the different sources of water and write their names. This is also your homework. So this 2 you will do in your EVS notebook, and these 2 you have to do as your internal assessment project. Okay? If you do not understand it, send me a message and I will give you a reply. So in the next video, we are going to see what is given in our textbook.